This is day one of the 5-day LinkedIn challenge. Mike, thanks for nominating me and thanks for getting me involved. What I'm going to do today really is, for those of you who know me professionally, I'm an avid reader and I am always trying to figure out how to improve some of the habits and behaviors at which I demonstrate in both life and business type of atmospheres. And what I wanted to talk about today is the book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because it personally resonates with me in some of the things that I've gone through over the last year. In 2006, there were two Australian researchers which had three different types of groups. The first group was in charge of trying to improve their nutritional habits. The second group ended up having to try to improve their budgeting habits, their financial management. And the third group had the task of trying to improve their study habits. And what happened in the first group is they found that the people that were committed and had the willpower to commit to the 90-day challenge, they found that they, one, reduced the amount of cigarettes that they smoked if they were smoking cigarettes. Two, they were reducing the amount that they drank alcohol. And three, they were reducing the amount that they would consume junk food. Makes sense because you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get back on track. That's great. So then we go to the second experiment where you're trying to improve your finances. The second experiment, what the study showed is that the exact same results happened. So the reduction of cigarettes, the reduction of alcohol, the reduction of consuming junk food. Now, what they've done is they've tried to figure out why this occurs. And why this occurs is because they deemed it what's called spillover, where they're utilizing their willpower and they're resisting some type of urges, some type of urge to suffice or stimulate their situation at that present moment. And then, as you can imagine, the third group, which was designed for improving study habits, same thing happened. The amount of consumption, the amount of alcoholic consumption, the amount of fat food or fast food consumption went down. So that got me thinking about this last year. So August 2015, I weighed about 186 pounds. And part of my goal over the next year was really try to get back in shape, mainly because I didn't have any energy. I didn't have any type of oomph at the end of the day, and I would just end up being tired in midday and trying to take naps. So part of the progression was to, you know what, let's just try to develop a habit. So what I did was over the next 30 days, I think it was from August to September, what I did was I stacked push-ups. So what I would do is I would do 5 push-ups one day and then 6 push-ups the other day and then 7 push-ups the other day. And I started getting into a momentum of progression. And it didn't really matter whether or not I was necessarily losing pounds. It was more of just doing it every day and creating a ritual every day. And at that point, I remember in September, early September, I had asked Mike to figure out a program or design me a program where it just didn't really take much time, but I can stay consistent. So fast forward to today, I've probably been to the gym over 135 times this year. And each time the little win that comes in is waking up at 5 in the morning, getting to the gym and opening the door and seeing that nobody's there. So I think for the most part, the power of habit spilled off into the other parts of my life because I needed that consistency. Rather than a quick fix, it was more of the aesthetics of having that little win every day and not really focusing on the end result, but just taking each day at a time, as each win as a time. Consistency is what mattered most to me. So part of this 5-day challenge is kind of letting you into some of the things that I'm working on and some of the habits that I'm trying to develop and some of the bad habits that I'm trying to eliminate as well. So thanks, Mike, for the 5 day challenge, and I look forward to the next 4 days.